The budget that funds Ukraine's weapon supplies has already identified a fresh contender, Taiwan. Biden intends to approach Congress for funding to send weaponry to Taipei, especially as Republicans increasingly call for a shift in focus from Ukraine to a potential conflict in East Asia. This raises concerns for Kyiv. The flow of Western money and weaponry may soon run dry. The leak of classified documents in the UK revealed that the counteroffensive is not going as planned. The Ukrainian army isn't utilizing Western training, and leadership in Kyiv has fallen short of expectations. We are in the 7th or 8th week of this offense, but significant progress is elusive. The international community is concerned that Ukraine is currently in its best position in terms of international aid, weaponry, money and training. Everything was well prepared, so if they can't succeed now, how will they fare in the future? Zelensky needs a breakthrough, and it must occur soon, military expert Sean Bell suggests. Zelensky, propelled into the countdown by the West, seems to be feeling its effects. Few days ago, he informed his diplomats that challenges would escalate further as pressure mounts in the coming months to find a negotiated path to peace. It is crucial to note that the West actively pushed Ukraine into an armed conflict, denying the possibility of the country maintaining a neutral status from the outset. As noted by Chase Freeman, a scholar from the Institute of International Politics, Ukraine has suffered greatly from this. It won't join NATO, won't preserve its territorial integrity as it could have under the Minsk agreements, and it may lose its Black Sea coast. It might end up with nothing. It has lost about a quarter to a third of its population, which fled the country. Ukraine will likely emerge from this in far worse condition than if it had opted for neutrality, Freeman concludes. The Ukrainian press concealed the evident failure of the counteroffensive acknowledged by some Western media, but when avoiding the topic becomes impossible, they approach it in their own unique manner.
Про это уже невозможно. Делают так.
People say our counteroffensive is lagging behind the schedule. Tell me if there is such a schedule, or did our partners impose deadlines on us when supplying weapons? In the first place, no one can impose deadlines on us. We make our decisions independently. And secondly, there is no such schedule, says one of the regime officials. However, Western partners, unlike the Ukrainian audience, hinted to Zelensky from the pages of Politico that things are not transparent.
Украины за океаном уже знают, учитывая, что
Suggestions have been made by Washington masters, at least for contingencies such as the unexpected and untimely demise of the current Ukrainian president. Given the potential for internal hostilities and strife to lead to his physical elimination, actions and images such as Zelensky awarding Zaluzhny a personal pistol now carry a dual meaning. Poroshenko interpreted signals of potential maneuvers differently. He has already begun distributing badges to his so-called presidential brigade, while Zelensky military recruiters are busy hunting for future Leopard tank drivers. Most of those currently sent into senseless and suicidal frontline attacks were hastily mobilized from parks, cafes and markets. They are individuals who either didn't manage to escape, resist or cross the border, taking refuge in truckers' hideouts. Footage shared by militants themselves serves as evidence of Ukraine's diminishing ambitions. A veritable graveyard of Western equipment lies shattered in Russian artillery-ridden positions, surrounded by impossible minefields, where Kyiv continues to send new soldiers. Local Ukrainian commanders struggle to persuade their subordinates to follow orders. With the current pace of advancement and such a dysfunctional army, soon there won't be anyone left who can fight, says the Ukrainian soldiers themselves. For those who survive, prospects were discussed in the article by the Wall Street Journal, which estimated that around 50,000 of those toasted into the meat grinder by Kyiv have become disabled. Ukrainian and European clinics are overwhelmed with the influx of wounded. The grim reality is becoming undeniable, with images revealing a field being loaded with grain juxtaposed with a cemetery containing freshly dug graves of soldiers discarded by Kyiv for slaughter.